It looks stitched, but it's not, and no one will ever know. Welcome, I'm Ingrid Carlsen, and I am so glad that you're here with me today. I am really excited for this video. We are making a no-sew junk journal binding. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build this all using no sewing in the binding at all. I did sew some elements on the page edges, but that is completely optional. I'm going to start off by grabbing some manila colored cardstock. I'm grabbing 3 sheets, which will give me 6 pages total. And I'm going to cut them in the center, so it's going to be at 5.5. Once you've cut all of your pages down, you're going to want to just fold them into the center and make sure that you burnish them down. Now, a little side note here, this type of style journal can be made for any size that you want. This is just the size that I've opted to go with, and I'll show you why a little later. I think that you're going to fall head over heels in love for this style journal. You're going to want to make tons of them. That's how I feel. And this one came together in less than an hour, which is really great, especially when you are jammed on time, but you want to make something beautiful. For the next step, you are going to want to measure down on all of your folded sheets by 1 inch and just mark them. I find that the easiest way to do this is to have them kind of waterfall like this, and then you can measure all of them at the same time. Since I started off with 3 pages of cardstock, I now have 6 pages for my little booklet. I'm going to set one to the side, and for the others, I'm going to cut at an angle up to that little 1 inch mark. And how much you want to do this doesn't really matter. You just want a little bit cut off. And for that last sheet that you stuck to the side, you are going to want to measure out 1/4 of an inch from the edge and mark it. Now, if you want to, you can draw a line and cut it that way, but you guys know me, I like to live on the wild side. And so I'm not going to cut with any marks. I'm just going to eyeball it, and it comes out beautiful at the end. So no worries here. What we're doing is we're going to make a little rectangular cutout in the center. And this is the exciting part, because this is where the magic truly happens. You're going to want to take your other 5 sheets and just line them all up together like you see here. And then I'm going to fold them in the center and then put them through the little rectangular piece that we just cut out. This is a little cumbersome. What I would say is get it to where the notches line up and then twist it. This makes it go a little bit easier. And just like that, our little booklet is done. I cannot believe how quickly these really come together. I really do think that you're going to love them, and the sky's the limit of how you want to decorate them. If you want to see how I decorated it, then stay tuned. But first, we're going to tear out some book pages, so if that's something that bothers you, you may want to fast forward this part. So if you're making the same size booklet that I made, you are going to need 24 sheets of paper so that you can line both the front and the back. And to get my measurements, I'm going to eyeball the size that I want. I want it to extend on 3 sides. The left is not going to extend because that's where my binding is. And so I want that to be flush, but I want it to extend a little bit on the outer edge, the top, and the bottom. I think this gives it a really lovely ethereal feel. If you want to cut yours to fit the page exactly, feel free to do that as well. I think that that would be really pretty too. You can choose to glue down your pages with whatever glue that you want. Here, I'm just going to use an ATG glue runner so that my pages don't have any buckling on them. Once your pages are glued down, since we have that little excess on the top and the side, you can feel free to have some fun here by tearing some of the pages so that it reveals the text underneath. I think that this is really pretty and it really adds to the textural element of the journal. I really love the look of a journal like this. I had made one a few years back when I was on the Graphics Fairy design team, and I think it was the orange kit, and I did sell that one to someone really special, but I loved the look of it. I loved the feel of the pages, and every single page felt like it came from a forgotten library. The book pages give it a warmth and softness that just feels so real and vintage. And since we didn't trim the edges and they're just so natural, they start feeling like an heirloom of maybe a bundle of notes that you find in an attic tucked away in a dark spot where no one has seen it for years. I'm going to keep this journal a little more simple, which I know it's not in my character at all. And it did take a little bit of restraint. I'm going to start off with one of my printables from my new kit that will be coming out soon. And I am just going to line it on some cardstock so that it has a mat in the back. I think that that looks so pretty, and it's like a little picture frame that's hanging on the front of the journal, and that's it. I'm not going to put any other clusters, any other labels. I know it's kind of scary, but I love the way that it looks. And then for all of the pages, I'm going to build these little scrappy I don't know, little bundles, I guess. And so what I'm going to do is build my bundles and add just a tiny bit of glue so that they stay put. And then I'm going to run them through my sewing machine so that I do one stitch that holds all of the papers together. And then I'm going to take them all and put them on the edge of all of the different pages that I have inside my journal. I think that it came out really beautiful, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that it inspired you to make one of these journals today. I really do think that you're going to love it, enjoy it, and really have fun making this. It is a lot of fun and the possibilities are endless. I think these would make really great keepsake journals, a wonderful gift, maybe an art journal. I mean, really the possibilities are endless. I thank you again for being here with me today as you finish watching my process. And I just want to thank you again for all of the love and support that you shower on me. I am not deserving of it, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if no one has told you today, I want to tell you that you are precious. You're precious. You're wonderfully made. You're beautiful. Your voice matters. Your story deserves to be told. And you are loved unconditionally. Until next time, love you. Bye.